Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Smashed.
Why are you smashed?
I keep riding. I broke the shifter on my bike, on my winter bike, and so I'm exclusively riding fixed wheel. Yeah.
We'll do a flat one then.
Right, welcome to today's video. Bike Fit Tuesdays, filmed on a Thursday, uploaded on a Friday, maybe posted on a Saturday, don't even know. In any case, we're doing a flat ride because he hasn't got any gears. Let's go Windsor. I was kind of dreading coming home and riding in horrible weather, while it is a little bit rainy today. It's about 12 degrees still, not that bad at all.
Positively balmy.
Horrible headwind, but I guess it will be a tailwind on the way back, unless it's headwind sausage.
Hey buddy, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What's the topic for today's video?
We're talking about knee pain, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think it's a good topic.
It is a good topic.
And if we've got time, maybe we'll talk about saddles a little bit. But
everyone has knee pain.
I think, well, I don't. A lot of people get knee pain. We keep getting comments on knee pain, big hole there. Ice!
Something told me straight from you and your touch. I should know better. I should know better.
It's always better with the pastry.
What you got?
Some sort of Danish.
It's not quite something.
You put me off my food.
We haven't even got to the cafe stop, we've had a cafe stop.
What are we doing?
It's a pre-cafe stop, cafe stop.
It's my kind of ride, mate.
Oh,
We have been riding quite hard though.
I can't see.
Welcome to another edition of Bike Fit Tuesdays.
Yay!
Hosted by James Thomas.
You spilled my coffee again.
Well, how do you know it was
Look
me?
at this.
How do you know it was me and not the woman inside?
Because they're professionals.
I can't argue with that. I thought you were trying to lose weight. Knee pain.
Knee pain.
What do you want to talk about knee pain? A lot of people have asked in the comments, I've got pain on my right leg, I've got pain on my left knee.
Well, yeah, and I think it's interesting. You know, knee pain occurs for 1,000,001 reasons, and I think first of all, it's important to understand that I think it can very easily be just a sudden ramp up in the amount of riding that you're doing. But the pain that I tend to encounter in clients is more often than not as a result of the asymmetries present in the rider, or the asymmetrical nature of how they interact with the bicycle. And by those two things I mean asymmetries of person. Most people are, you know, we're not all completely straight. Most people have some form of asymmetry present in them. It's just a question of whether or not it has the potential to act as a driver to make them sit funny on a bicycle. And the asymmetrical nature of someone sitting on a bicycle can be as a result of the position itself. If the front end's too low or too long, if the saddle's too high, all of these things can cause a shift in the pelvis. So the pelvis can rotate, it can sit off to one side. I've referenced in previous videos that excessive saddle height is probably the primary catalyst, if you will, for a lot of knee pain. It tends to, a lot of the time it tends to occur in the left knee. Interesting fact.
It's because people are right-handed.
Most people are right-handed. So when they run the saddle too high, rather than sitting squarely in the saddle and overextending both legs, it's human nature not to do that. So most people will sit off, sacrifice the left leg, and then sit off to the right-hand side and underextend the right leg, overextend the left. What this results in is hyperextension of the left knee, and more often than not, people end up with saddle sores on the left side. So if this is starting to sound familiar, everything's left-sided, it's very possible that your saddle's too high. And you know what? There are a lot of fitters out there that still set people's saddles too high. There's a bit of a trend to make a bike look a certain way with having the high saddle and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of guff that you read about on the internet about you need to have a certain bend in your knee. The bend in the knee's got absolutely nothing to do with it. Some people can extend their legs better than others. So it's not a particularly difficult thing to determine, but ultimately excessive saddle height is a primary catalyst for knee pain. There is, I feel, a bit of a myth regarding saddle height and knee pain about it being too low. More often, you read quite a lot on the internet about if the saddle's too low, you get anterior knee pain over the top of the knee. And that's probably true, but I think it's got to be so low that you ought to know that something's wrong with it. Well, your knees are going to be up around your ears. I'm talking deep squat, low saddle height to cause you knee pain. So,
whoa.
Lawrence has arrived. Hi, Lawrence.
He has had a haircut.
He's blanking us.
He is blanking.
That's a cool dog. It's like I sort of said that as they were walking past. Not a nice dog. Anyway, knee pain. So yeah, is this a lot of the time is this hanging off to one side that has a tendency of causing knee pain, because you end up with the knee being misaligned or all this kind of stuff. It can occur because of a lack of foot correction, no arch support, wedging and cleat location. And this is okay. So to spell one myth, you hear quite a lot, and I have people booking in quite a lot of the time to have cleat setups because they've got knee pain. It's very, very rarely is the cleat setup the sole, excuse the pun, cause for knee pain. It's more often than not, it's likely to be a combination of factors, but the saddle height tends to be one definite driver. Going back to the asymmetries of riders, if you've got someone who has one leg shorter than the other, again referencing the walrus, he's got leg length discrepancy as a result of childhood accident. You know, that's going to cause him to interact differently with the saddle, and most saddles, again, they're designed with the intention of a rider sitting absolutely squarely in them. You might have to cut that bit out. I've lost my chain of thought now.
Because of the dog.
It's because of the dog.
There's always the dog.
There's always the dog.
Yeah.
I'm always getting distracted by dogs. If you're getting knee pain, it's interesting to try and understand: is it one leg or is it both legs? If it's one leg, it's likely to be some sort of asymmetry present, either in the position that's causing you to sit asymmetrically, or you have some form of functional discrepancy.
And if it's not?
If it's in both knees, that's a trickier one to answer. I mean, it could be, again, actually, it could be extreme excessive saddle height. But yeah, and I've had quite a lot of people who have, you know, they've come into me and I've lowered their saddle 30-40 mil. So, you know, if it's 30-40 mil too high, it's like, you know, even the leg that's extending less is still really overextending. So yeah, just I think at the end of the day, the point of this topic is that you shouldn't be getting knee pain. I mean, all the racers out there, I mean, I've worked on a number of elite racers who have come to me with knee pain and they don't get it anymore. So actually,
these guys batter themselves.
And they smash themselves to pieces. So I don't see any reason why anyone should get knee pain. I think, you know, when you look at Pro Tour riders and they're riding consecutive days, hundreds and hundreds of kilometres at a very high intensity, I imagine, I don't know enough about the body, but I imagine that there's an opportunity there for knee pain to arise as a result of just sheer, constant obliteration of the joint. But for consumers and recreational cyclists, you shouldn't get knee pain. Go get bike fit.
True.
I read a comment the other day of a guy, and he said, "I've been telling myself I don't need a bike fit, but I get knee pain on every bike ride." It's like,
Mate, this tailwind is so good you don't need to pedal.
no.